Pirate Software's mod team quit? I thought he was paying them. Yeah, I thought they were getting paid. Why would they all quit? This doesn't even make sense.
I'm very surprised that I am making this video right now. And no, it's not because it's a pirate video. I'm not going for the sarcasm route here. Pirate Software's crew, more specifically his first mate, that being Kronos, his head moderator, and the rest of his mod team have either been fired or jumped ship. And in doing a bit of research, there has been some very interesting details that have come out surrounding this mass exodus slash firing that has just gone down. Like Pirate apparently calling Kronos a parasite, as well as the rest of the moderation team seemingly starting to jump onto the Pirate Software hate train. We had some sleeper cells from Quaker Nation infiltrate the very public Discord that Kronos has himself, where he hopped into a voice call alongside a lot of the other mods who seemed to just be chatting. And it seems that they were having some conversations in regard to their tenure working for Pirate Software, and I would say the negative aspects of that, which are going to become very apparent. And I thought to myself, well, given the severity of what is going down here with a lot of the Pirate Software community, you know, leaving the community leaders, well, I guess to me it just feels like the Pirate Software ship is finally sinking. So I figured now would probably be the best time to bring back the limited time doubling down merch. Quick change, Quinthio here. That is...
Wait. This guy is in a milkmaid outfit. Milkman, excuse me. Thank God he's not in a milkmaid outfit. A milkman outfit. And he's selling merch? Dude.
Right, we are
this is shameless.
Back, mainly because I just want to get another...
It's not doubling down if you're right. Man, I need to get one of those. I agree with that.
One because it's really fucking comfy. It's not called doubling down if you're right on the front. Beautiful. Switch it over to the back. The beautiful decal for those that will scream, he's doubling down.
Yes, I damn well am.
This has genuinely gone through over 100
now he's wearing it. Oh my
washes at this point. I'm blown away that it is still stuck together. So hey, if you want to get yours, check out the shop, which you can find at quinthio.printify.me. That is right. I will leave a link in the pinned comment down below for you guys to check out the super
I love how just totally shameless people are about this now. It's hilarious.
Swag. And not only that, but we have the brand new Quaker Nation, established 2023, the Drama Frog Go Milk Yourself mugs. So if you want to sip coffee while you're checking out the news, or I don't know, Red Bull. I like Red Bull. You can do it with this sick cup. Now, if you've been keeping up with any of the recent drama surrounding I'm Fetus getting his Twitch ban, things like that, this may come as a bit of a shock because Kronos was interacting during that time and communicating with the different parties, including I'm Fetus. Now, this got brought to my attention through my Discord, as we have a couple of threads for, you know, drama discussion. Speaking of, hey, check pin comment. Might have the Discord link if you're 18 and up, like to play video games, chat drama. But you can see here it says no longer engaged on Pirate Software work or associated with him. Contact him directly or go to his Discord server. Now that is not worded, I would say, in a very positive way. But of course, that could just be how I'm perceiving this.
I mean, he also could just be getting harassed a lot, and he put that out there so people would stop messaging him about Pirate Software. So, like, I don't think that's enough.
Kind of go into more of the details. Now, just one more tiny prerequisite. The only person that I'm going to be like showing their Discord name and stuff is going to be Kronos. But for the sake of just like keeping it nice and simple, I am going to have blacked out all the other names. Now, I have reached out to 2 other separate mods to see if they were willing to comment. I'll also include screenshots of those. They were not interested in having a conversation.
What a surprise.
I don't necessarily blame them, but wanted to show you guys that I made some sort of effort to reach out to them. After those 2 responses, I figured, okay, I think I know how they're all going to be. And I even shot a whisper to Kronos, but of course he did not reply. And he's got me blocked on every other platform. So this is kind of like the first evidence to show you guys, to show what I'm talking about here. This is Kronos in a VC call, as screenshotted here with a few other mods, as well as I think a few ex-members of Pirates Discord. And there's a bit of chatting here.
So this is like, this is the mutiny? This is the mutiny Discord, is that right?
This kind of seems like, Kronos is speaking out loud and the rest of them are pretty much
no.
just like, chatting by
Right.
typing in the VC chat. Now, again, I don't have concrete proof that they're always talking about Pirate, but using context clues, I think it's easy to kind of understand sometimes when they're for
definitely.
sure probably talking about him. In this case here, right behind me, somebody here says, just anything that might be used against him or proved him wrong gets nuked. The fuck? Now, from what I understand, most of these messages come from around the same VC over the course of a couple of hours in that evening. And I'll just be reading through the main points, but feel free to pause and read the additional stuff at your own pace, whatever. But the top one here to start. So what is this nuke that's dropped that I've apparently missed? It sounds mad. And someone replied to them down here. Thor accused Kronos of being a parasite and removed his mod access to Discord / Twitch / etc. That is where I'm getting this, he was called a parasite thing. And it seems like shortly after that, he ends up putting in his 2 weeks. I say that because in this other screenshot here, we can see, this, gonna prepare the catapult. Right after that, the prepare the catapult. K, I'm assuming Kronos already gave notice, don't stress. They also follow up, and now this kind of seems to get into them, airing their grievances with Pirate, saying, common, all the collab and raids you did to all different people, versus Thor on a loop only raiding the ferrets does say a lot, seemingly talking about him being selfish. Another previous mod saying, just waiting for PS stream and general chat.
Why are they getting mad at Thor for that? If he wants to raid the ferret stream, what the hell's... Like, I can't believe it. I'm siding with Pirate Software. I think that's totally reasonable.
Realize it. I'm assuming realize that all of the mods have disappeared. Someone else saying same here for Block Game. I actually have a really funny clip in regard to that. Not exactly the same, but very similar. Now, Block Game was this like Minecraft thing that Pirate Software was working on with one of the mods here as like the lead kind of Java developer for it, which they ended up stepping down because Pirate wanted it all to be converted over to Hightail, which was a huge job to do, and the mod was like, I'm not capable of doing this at this time. But Block Game wasn't receiving updates, and apparently it had been down for 4 days and nobody noticed until Thor got a text-to-speech in his stream chat literally today or yesterday as the time that you're watching this. And here's that clip.
Block Game is down. It's been down for like 4 days and no one said a word.
Damn.
I'll go put it back up. I was trying to see
so nobody even
how long it would take before somebody actually checks.
The only other person that I've ever seen do something like that is my mentally ill female healing officer in Legion who was stealing gold out of the guild bank, and when I called her out on it, she said she was doing it to see if I still cared about the guild and if I would notice. That's the only other time I've ever seen somebody doing this.
But nobody seemed to care.
Oh, you can hear that resentment building. Holy shit. But nobody seemed to care. Now, the following screenshots are not in any particular order, maybe just because I think that's going to be a better viewing experience for you guys, but truly this is just kind of a highlight reel of some of the stuff that they were saying. This one right here, people are saying hi to each other, and then I think they're, again, talking directly to Kronos here while he's in call. I think you were a shield for a lot of BS. And then a bunch of people saying, I canceled mine from renewing. Mine will expire soon. Will end in June. I believe they're talking about their subscriptions to Pirate. Following up in this...
Oh my god! They made a whole Discord to complain about him?
One, it's kind of clear that the other moderators really were not a fan of Pirate Software, probably not even Kronos himself towards the end. Someone said here, there's a reason why I wanted this community to be good for you and for all the mods to be chill and be safe from him.
There's a mutiny, dude. Yes.
Well, you did lure in people with someone's name. You're a warmer person. He and the community were begging you to stream. And then someone else saying, you are the reason why he didn't lose mods and other streamers quicker. Now, this could be Kronos. It could be also they were chatting amongst each other, a different mod in this chat here. But still, like, making a point like you're the reason why he didn't lose mods and other streamers quicker is crazy. And I do want to jump in and
I don't think that's unreasonable. I think especially mods talk with each other, and if somebody's on the edge, maybe they get talked down or talked into doing something. I think that's common. I mean, of course that probably happens.
Get clear, I'm not doing this to be like, aha, I told you so or anything. I'm actually really surprised that the full mod team has dropped. It really seemed like these people were ride or dies.
Your mods have a Discord, do they complain about you? the thing is that some of my mods will... You'd be surprised the way some of them talk to me. They just say it. They do. Like, they just say it. And I'm like, yeah, I get it, right?
And from my understanding, with as long as they had lasted alongside him, I thought that maybe Pirate had been treating them better than how he treats his community at times, versus how he treats people that are more, you know, public facing, like the dramas that we've talked about. But that is just simply not the case. As a matter of fact, one of them pointed out that one of the reasons that they stopped watching him was how mean he was being to his viewers. There's just some kind of like chatting between them. And then right at the bottom here, my biggest problem with him and why I stopped watching him was the casual cruelty he showed to members of the community. And so
what the fuck? What the fuck are they... Wait, what the fuck are they talking about? Dude, I'm kind of on Pirate's side for this. This seems so pathetic, man. What do you mean casual cruelty? What, somebody got banned?
Again, this wasn't just reserved for, you know, just random members of the community. It was clear that it was also him treating his mod team like this, including
You
Chrono.
can never treat the people that help you like shit. You don't shit where you sleep. That's always the... Everybody should know this.
It's like calling him a parasite and all this after, you know, pretty much everyone has dipped on Pirate. Most of his fan base, most of the viewers that he would have had are completely gone. And now it seems like he is also just turning on everyone that's close to him. Or maybe this has been a very slow burn over the course of the last couple of years, and now it's finally...
Emphasis on the burn. Let me see Twitch tracker. Tracker, okay. So if I pull up Pirate Software, is he still... Yep.
Culminating because he probably can't pay them. Or at the very least, he can't pay most of the mod team that he originally had when he was talking about, you know, paying for their dental and having them have insurance and full paid, you know, full-time jobs. Another interaction here, someone says, Toxic X could be referencing, you know, what's being chatted about. Someone says, or he does some BS to community when you had mental health day like AP stuff in December. Basically fucks with your days off. Now, this could just be them, you know, like, oh yeah, and then when shit hit the fan, like when you had to be out, something was going on. And down here, sorry, you have a reasonable take on stuff, Kronos. Clearly, it's a problem. I almost want to believe that that has to do with the fact that I was, you know, giving him a bit of praise here recently with the I'm Fita stuff.
Oh, really?
It sounded like he was pointing out the fact that there were a few, you know, Pirate fans that were also, you know, being a little too intense, thinking that, you know, Fetus was directly targeting Pirate in some malicious way when he was doing the parody shit. I'm truly just speculating there. I have nothing to back it, but that's, you know, the best thing that I could come up with. It realistically is one of hundreds of other issues that they probably ran into, and it just happens to line up with also what happened recently. Next one up, this one comes along with a clip to show you guys, but they're chatting back and forth, and somebody sent in a Twitch link here from one of Pirate Software streams, and I'll play the clip here.
I wanted to ask, are the mods okay? Did you maybe lose the basement key? Notice they are less around. Just wanted to know. I don't mind if you won't explain.
Why is it that there is TTS like that that's getting approved? Like, shouldn't you have, like, you need to have somebody on the TTS that like says yes or no approving this. Oh my God. Like, it's literally just a TTS. So like, I've noticed that the mods hate you and they're not around anymore. And I was wondering, why are you a loser? And do you have any comments on why that is? Do you have any comments on why you've lost your entire mod team and nobody likes you?
Just wondering if everything is okay.
Just wanted to check on everything's okay.
I don't mind if you won't explain. Was just wondering if everything is okay. Happy to be a part of this place. Keep on keeping up. Chat, remember to use bread and watch the noodles.
Ban him. Ban him right now. Ban him. You know what he's doing.
Do you think I should pour some, like, noodles down there? Like is there like a food Am I supposed to feed them?
Now that you've got that context, they follow up here
What the
saying,
fuck
yep,
is he talking
plus
about?
did try to make it a joke so we can dodge it in a funny way. Am I supposed to feed them? ... He, at this point, had lost pretty much most of his mod team, if not all of them. Probably did the thing to Kronos. I think that's what led to all of the other mods also kind of dipping. And yeah, they weren't super stoked about it. Following it up, just seems like these people really prefer Kronos over Pirate Software at this point. Someone is, I'm assuming, messaging someone.
It's actually a mutiny.
Earlier, Kronos is not Pirate Software mod. Another individual says, Kronos, I'm sorry you have a community of people that prefer hanging out with you rather than Thor because you have a much chiller, cooler place with less drama that could have easily been avoided or reduced. It's like, as much as it is just a good point, it's like, okay, you know, there's less drama over here, this community. It's interesting that they're making a point that there could have been less drama that was easily avoided or reduced, referencing that Pirate did not handle it well. And then somebody else down here, former mod, he has nobody to blame but himself.
Oh my
He
God.
sees enemies and then makes them his enemies. Sounds like, you know, describing how he was turning on like his mod team like Kronos. Sees Kronos as an enemy, makes him an enemy, even if that wasn't the case. Following up, though, we have something where it seems like they're chatting about a situation, or Kronos is talking about something.
Mutiny where a guy named Pirate is playing Windrose, a pirate game. I know.
That happened to him, and the other people are chatting, saying, when did that happen? Oh God, just always shift on mood is never fun to deal with. Doing something based on somebody's mood that day, that must have sucked. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
it
you
does
went
suck.
through that. That's not okay.
That's
yeah,
not
right.
okay.
He has no empathy.
Dude.
Again, assuming
Dude,
that they're
I'm gonna be honest. I'm totally on Pirate's side on this. I think these guys are the biggest baby back bitches that you can possibly have. Like, how do you have these bitch-made little pussy losers sitting in their little community, patting each other on the back with their little fucking anime? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, you had to deal with him. He was so mean to you. He was mean to me too. Holy fuck. What the fuck? This is pathetic. That's the community you cultivated, though? Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it.
talking about Pirate Software.
Yeah.
And then the last screenshot that I have to show you guys are them chatting more so, starting with quote unquote friend. This is
Yeah.
the same person chatting in these two that I'm going to read back to back. They say,
Okay.
well, it used to be better than corporate, referring to their job working under Pirate Software. And then
Oh.
they said that work environment didn't last very long. And then
Yeah.
to jump back before that, someone else had said, friends, so long as you're super convenient.
Oh,
Person
God.
talking about how the work environment has changed says, Jesus Christ, man, I know, right? Followed up with, that was my problem with everything. He did very little to see things from any other perspective. Now, where have we heard that before? It is to some degree cathartic to see that the mod team was having the same issues, and now it kind of recontextualizes it that, like, yeah, maybe they weren't the biggest fans of the guy, but they were getting paid. Like, they were a part of that community for however long when it was good. So I
Yeah.
don't necessarily blame them for noticing these things, being bothered by them, but still sticking around. It's like when you're doing it for a job and the boss is kind of an asshole, you just kind of put up with it. And then down here continuing, someone said
sure.
same here, and following after that, and it was always this is what I did and why I did it, that's why it's fine. Which I'm pretty
Okay.
sure is exactly what he explained to Dr. K, and how Dr. K responded to that with being, yeah, that makes you sound incredibly, incredibly arrogant.
I think
Yeah.
sometimes the things that I talk
Oh,
about
no,
in
not
regards to those
this.
types of things is misconstrued as arrogance or boasting, when in reality, I'm just trying to give context.
So that
If
is
that
the
makes
problem right there. So I want you to listen to this phrase.
Sure.
This gets misconstrued as arrogance, but in reality, it's this.
Yeah.
That is the most arrogant statement on the planet, bro. Like, tell me I'm wrong.
Okay. I
Tell
don't
me
see it
I'm
that way,
wrong.
but all right.
Now, as it comes to a close, just the last thing to show you guys, as I am a man of my word, here are the photos from me trying to reach out to some of the mods to see if they were willing to have a comment on it. The most
Yeah.
I got out of it was they don't wish to comment, also make better content.
The
So
remaining
I'm
team,
going to try to make
Jesus.
the jump cuts feel a bit more natural with this one, out of respect for making a bit more quality content for you guys. And same thing with this bad boy. I gave a bit of information here. No thanks. You could just leave it alone, right? Of all the content to create, you chose this one. Now look, were they kind of being stinky to me? Yeah. But from their point of view, I for sure deserve it. And I'm sure that they wanted to be a bit more nasty to me than they even were. So kudos to them for being as respectful in their disses as they were. At the end of the day, they've been dealing with this drama, and this drama has led to them kind of leaving. I don't know how good they had it with Pirate Software during the glory days of working with him, but I can't imagine that they would be very kind to...
What part of Thor's character appeals to you? I don't think that appeals to is the correct answer. I think relate to is the, like, there are a lot of people, like, I say, and I whenever I see him getting attacked for something, and I think to myself, I did that. That's what I think. I think that's the difference. And I think the reason why more people don't get mad at me is because I'm generally funnier about it. I think that's a big factor. Like, because even I defended pirates. And also, by the way, I was right. I was right about the drama on the Pirate Software situation. And you remember that months later, after I had to eat shit from all of these WoW streamers telling me that I didn't know anything about the game, I watched those little rats, those pathetic, like, cowardly roaches run away and let Tyler 1 die as they were running away from a melee ground AoE in Baron fucking Geddon. I was right about everything. I said everything that was real. And then finally, months later, I was vindicated because they all did the exact thing that they had no problem farming pirate hate on for fucking months, making videos. Like, he was still wrong. No. Well, they were both wrong. And I think this is always my argument. What you do inside of a panic situation will not always be perfect. And whenever they were in the panic situation, they made the same mistakes. And I would argue that running away from Baron Geddon when you're a caster and he's doing an AoE is even more pathetic than making a mistake whenever you're kiting mobs in Dire Maul. Like, there are infinitely less variables there. Infinitely less.
Anybody, including myself or anyone else that has made videos covering the Pirate Software drama, I doubt that they would be happy to be speaking with any of us. I know that I've done my best to be charitable when there is room to be charitable with Pirate or with any of the other content that I cover. That's kind of my whole goal, is to try to remain unbiased, or when I do have an inclination to let you guys know and let you make your own decisions. But I do want to make it clear in this situation with these mods, don't go after them. Don't, you know, call them jerks because they're being mean to me. I really don't blame them. There's a good chance that all these people are swell people. I don't necessarily doubt when they were saying things like, hey, you know, you guys, the reason that mods and other streamers didn't immediately leave the community and that they were slower to leave, these were people that probably kept this community together more than just about anyone else. They can fundamentally disagree about the utility of a channel like mine talking about this stuff. And so again, knowing their side of things, I don't blame them. And it's why I've censored their names, because I don't want, you know, these people getting got after because of how, you know, they were chatting about stuff, or, oh, they're hypocrites, or, you know, why were you sticking around when you guys also didn't like this guy? They were doing their jobs. I'm sure it was not nearly as bad as it was at the end as it was at the beginning. But yap over. I hope you enjoyed my coverage of the Pirate Software stuff. Again, this is looking like yet another kind of cycle to the end, unless Pirate does something on his own volition by himself.
I'll link
Hell,
you guys
maybe
the
it's
video.
actually even more possible now that he really doesn't have a moderation team, which, if that does inevitably happen, you damn well know that you will be informed. Check out merch, link in the pinned comment. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, perchance a hype, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Adios. Peace. Bye.
Dude, I think that these mods that he has are the biggest fucking pussies. I think they're such massive, pathetic pussies. Like, I'm not even, and the thing is that you could say Pirate created that community and he's wrong for creating that community and he shouldn't have done that. But like, it's just a bunch of soy boys putting like anime girl memes on each other. Give the video a like. Oh, I didn't give the video a like.
I'm very surprised that I am making this video right now. And no.
Again, I think that I think it's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. I think that Pirate gets too much hate. I do. I think people are completely unreasonable and they're just really extreme. And they get so mad at this guy. And I think also, why is that? What's the reason why they feel that way? I think the reason why they feel that way is very simply because they just don't like the guy. They don't like the way he acts. They don't like the way he talks. They don't like his opinions on things. And I think that he's an asshole. And so that's really it. You got no idea how much of a douche Pirate Software might be. You just understand things being a dick. So you're definitely, yeah, you just understand being a dick sometimes. So you defend him. I do defend him. I do. And I think that the way that people attack him is a little bit unreasonable. I think that it's a bit too much.